Yes, I did. Hello, everyone. We're here with an oddly timed start to our stream.
Yes. You might say, wait a minute, it's already cooked. And we would say to you, well, you're not wrong. But the reason is because we had to wait for it to do a bunch of stuff. And the stream would have been like 2 hours long if we did that.
Yes.
And that's ridiculous. And this part was just basically what we did is we chopped up an eggplant, a sweet potato, 3 tomatoes. What else do we do? 12 ounces of okra. And that's it, I do believe.
Yep,
and we put it into a pot, just barely covered it with water, and put in a few bouillon cubes. We used vegetable bouillon, which I'll show you. Because we haven't used it before.
Yep. And yeah,
I didn't think this one needed any meat. It's a veggie dish.
Garden veggie. Yep. And yeah, so the reason we're starting, just to reiterate, the reason we're starting kind of partway in is that literally it was chop veggies and then cook for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So rather than
do nothing else.
Yeah,
in the meantime.
rather than stand there awkwardly for 20 minutes, we figured let's skip that part and cut straight to the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So, both your mom and Sam say hi. Hi, guys. And, yeah, so we got some delicious looking veggies. Now it's simmering. It's almost done cooking. We're just letting it kind of finish up. And so this is Daraba from Chad. Once again, another fun and interesting African country. And so what makes this one a little bit different, outside of some of the more unique vegetables like okra...
I'm gonna add yet another cube.
Okay. More unique vegetables like okra and things like that, is we're going to, just to kind of give a little spoiler, Sam says, hope y'all are doing well. We are.
Brendan texted you, but you didn't respond because you don't love him.
It's sad. But,
You should text us, Sam.
But yeah, so after this finishes cooking, the next step is going to be creating a sauce that gets cooked in with the stew. And that sauce is actually going to be made out of a combination of some of this veggie broth.
I'm adding more because I feel like it needs more. And there's a lot of water in here, so it's hard to judge.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's going to be made of some of this veggie broth that we're creating using the cubes and the veggies and all that, along with a cup of peanut butter.
Oh yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's gonna be
for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird for us.
It's
but
definitely a normal thing in lots of Africa, like Western and Central Africa. They use peanuts in a lot of things. So
yes, there's a lot of peanuts and peanut butter. And then Sam says, "Wait, what? I think I missed something. Why do I need to text you? Just check Facebook Messenger."
Not now though. You have to watch
later.
Our stream.
No, it's not a big deal right now. But yeah, so we got some delicious veggies. Gonna be having a nice peanut butter.
Vegetable stew.
Yep, it's a vegetable stew with like a peanut butter sauce, and then we're gonna add some spinach, and at the end is kind of just some more greenery.
Oh yeah.
And so I know when we started, Erica said, I don't know if it was on when we were live or not, but that the veggies are getting pretty close to cooked. We don't want to have them fully cooked as there's a little bit more cooking to be done. However, we want them to be almost done. So
They are, because you can see my fingernail made a mark in it. I don't know if you can see that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But yep, so cool. So with that, why don't we get making some sauce?
Alright, we shall.
What kind of bowl would you like? Probably one from in there?
Yeah, I'll get it. You don't have to keep stirring it, it's fine.
Okay.
We'll do it in this one, because, like, that seems safe.
Yeah. Is this
I
going...
could just do it in here, honestly.
Whatever you're more comfortable with. Sam asks, is this going to be a stew? Yes. Basically, what you see here is a good chunk of the base of this stew. And like I said, the only other ingredients we're adding is peanut butter as a kind of sauce, and then spinach.
It's peanut butter thickens it. The sauce, quote, quote, is the
Yeah.
vegetable broth and the juices from the vegetables, but
it's
like an extra ingredient.
It's thickener, a little bit of flavor.
Oh my God. I love peanut butter. Mmm.
But yeah, so
Peanut butter is my jam.
yeah, so we're not like taking these veggies out of the pot or something. This is going to be the final resting place of these vegetables.
Oh yeah.
So over here, we're going to be combining 1 cup of creamy peanut butter along with 3/4 of a cup of the broth from within this stew. And that's going to create a nice, thin sort of...
Vernon's trying to avoid me because I look like hell because I am having
she didn't want to get ready.
Today.
Yeah.
Well, it's my special monthly dying time. So
Monthly dying time.
yeah, I'm in a lot of pain and I don't feel good and I don't feel like getting ready. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Sam says, I feel bad for people who are deathly allergic to peanut butter. Yeah, that's gonna suck.
This is an entire jar of peanut butter, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, it did say 1 cup, right?
1 cup.
It's literally the whole thing. It's the whole thing.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fucking veggies over there, Erica.
I'm dying right now. Here. Stop. Calm down. I'm gonna turn you down for a second. You're getting too excited over there. Alright, alright.
So scoop that bad boy in. Your mom also loves peanut butter.
Well, I hope you like peanut butter with eggplant, because that's what we're...
Yeah!
I'm excited to try it.
Yeah,
oh my god, there it goes.
This should be really interesting.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. Mm.
If you need to add a little more because of the stuff that got stuck in the cup, you can do that.
I can?
You can.
Or I could just eat it, like...
Alright,
I'll stop.
Okay, give us the broth. So now we're going through the broth collection process. Erica's just gonna dump this bad boy right in there.
Carefully.
Carefully. You don't want any veggies, you just want the broth.
You're, like, literally in my way.
I needed to get a good angle.
There's veggies, but...
They will never experience Reese's cups, says Sam. I mean, they will. Or, I mean,
That's
they
totally
can, but
fine.
they'll die, which is tragic. Yes, that is tragic.
Alright. There's, like, some seeds and shit in there, but it'll get over itself.
I mean, it's all going in the same place.
Exactly.
And man, that stew
Did
smells
it say
really good.
whisk it or just stir it?
I don't know, you have the recipe right there.
It just says mix.
So mix that bad boy.
I'll mix, I guess I'll mix it with this.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so the goal here is to make a smooth sauce.
It's gonna be like a thickening agent.
Yeah. Yeah, the goal of this is, right now, if you look at the stew, it's really a lot of water.
And veggies.
It's more of a soup. But this is gonna kind of bring everything together, clump it up.
Look at how beautiful that is.
It's gonna give you some
That's gorgeous.
It's gonna give you some real good bites of veggie.
That is gorgeous.
Mom says
Stew with
a
peanut sauce. It is.
It is, yep.
Very, very common for this part of the world.
Yeah, we had to choose carefully because a bunch of different countries had these sorts of recipes. So we've been working on...
Wow, it's actually really good.
There you go.
Like, I feel like I was scared, but yeah, no. That's a good combo.
Awesome. And your mom says that's a nice looking sauce. It is pretty.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Wow, that's like latte art right there. Like,
latte art if a toddler was drawing.
shut the fuck up. Damn.
But I was just saying because it's not staying still,
It's
so
my
it's just like
art.
expanding
It's my
out.
art. Alright. So it just says pour it in.
Yep. Mix it. And then it gets about 10 minutes.
Excuse me. Alright. On boiling again? It's 10 minutes.
Simmer.
Okay, simmering. So when I have it now, it's probably fine.
Yep. And so now you can see things are a little bit thicker, and that's the goal here.
Creamy.
And it'll get even thicker when we add the spinach. Sam says it's beautiful art.
I think it's gorgeous. I think the soup looks really pretty too.
I think it's a really pretty soup.
I
It's
think
very colorful.
Gorgeous. It's very pretty.
So this is going to go for 10 minutes. So I think we'll talk about the country now from the book and do a little quick
I will
pet
get
segment.
you the,
Yes, if you can pull me up to the right page, I will go show them some
will.
pets.
It looks like the soup that you fly in the Mario Lunch Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like
I get that.
all the bits.
Okay. First off, very conveniently, here's Polly the kitty. She is so good.
She's sleepy.
She's always sleepy. Ooh, she's getting so many pets. She's like, dear God, what's happening? Hi, can I have a lick? Sam is excited about the pets. No, I do not get a lick. I'm unloved. Oh? No, okay. You can just... Love you, kitty. Even if you don't love me. Now we're going off into the dark. And here's a dog. Kylan was sleeping in his bed because he is at all times a lazy dog. He has basically slept the entire day today. And then, except for like the times I took him out to go to the bathroom. Although he ran around a little bit, but he's just a sleepy dog. Right, Kylan? Right? Right, buddy? You want to say hi? No, he wants to sleep. Good boy, Kylan. Yeah, good boy. Ooh, good boy. Okay. He clearly wants to sleep, so we will return and learn about the country of Chad.
I have it opened.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, the country of Chad. I see from the capital that I'm going to butcher a lot of words today. So, their capital is N'Djamena. Their population, 11.8 million.
I love the
Look at it!
No, but just your like internal.
Do you have a better way of pronouncing N'Djamena?
N'Djamena. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry.
But yes, it's 1.3 million square kilometers. That's much bigger than a lot of the countries we've had recently. And they speak French and Arabic. That's fun.
I had no idea they spoke Arabic there.
There you go.
I knew they spoke French. Only because when I was looking up the recipes, they were like all in French.
That's funny. So, Chad. Let's get that centered. Chad has always been a place where travelers wave goodbye to their comfort zone and say hello to adventure.
Goodbye.
At the moment, terrorism and violence
Oh my god.
by Boko Haram in the south and from conflicts spilling over from Libya in the north has put the dampeners on even the most ambitious travel adventures here. It is simply considered too unsafe to visit. That's very unfortunate. And it also leaves us with not too much to talk about, so we'll go through everything. So first, let's take a look at the map. It's Chad, the guy. See, he's got, this is his hair. His eye would be right here. That's his nose. And that's his mouth and his big jawline right there. And that's Chad. So, it's surrounded by countries like Niger, Libya, Central African Republic, we just talked about them, Cameroon, and Sudan. I said talk about, I meant we cooked a meal for them. That was last week.
I talked about them.
Yeah, we did both. So, even during times of peace, travel here is tough. Many of the roads are broken. There are few comfortable hotels, and there's plenty of bureaucracy. Added to that, the summer heat is mind-melting. Sam says Chad is such a Chad. It's very true.
Chad's a literal Chad.
Mm-hmm. Added to that, the summer heat is mind-melting. Travel costs can be astronomical, and the security situation remains unpredictable. So why even bother, you may ask? Well, we could list the sublime oases lost in the northern deserts, tell you about the stampeding herds of wildlife in the national parks, or the deep blue lure of a boat trip on Lake Chad.
Lake Chad.
But these things alone aren't why people come to Chad. Put simply, when Chad is accessible, it's a country and an experience that can never be forgotten. So, first off, we're going to talk about Zakuma National Park. Although poaching and civil war ravage the area's wildlife, the animal population has been steadily increasing, and now there are large herds of buffalo, roan antelope, and Lowell's hartebeest. Almost 50% of Africans Kordofan giraffe call the park home too. Notable predators here include cheetah, leopard, and spotted hyena.
I love cheetahs.
Mm-hmm. Big herds of elephants and dazzling birds thrive in one of Central Africa's finest national parks. Very cool. Next up, we have Enedi, and that's going to be what this is a picture of. Your mom says buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see here...
Actual buffalo, not bison.
Yes. So as you can see here, Enedi Desert, with its dramatic scenery and rock formations, is perhaps the most spectacular corner of the Sahara. Attractions include prehistoric cave paintings, slot canyons, desert lakes, and some unbelievably bizarre rock formations. There are even ancient sea arches, now swimming in sand dunes, formed when Lake Chad stretched out here.
Lake Chad.
Lake Chad. It looks like Utah, says your mom.
It really does.
Yeah, I was thinking like Arizona, Utah, one of those.
Utah. It looks like
She
Bryce
said or
Canyon,
Arizona.
Zion Canyon.
Mm-hmm. And finally, the last snapshot we have is the much talked about Lake Chad.
The Lake Chad. I love that name.
Lake Chad was once one of the largest freshwater lakes in the world. Its area can rise to 25,000 square kilometers at the height of the rains. However, it is slowly drying up, creating problems for fishermen and farmers. A finger of the lake reaches Bowl year-round. I don't know what Bowl is.
A city?
Yeah, it's a city. See, right there. So, some things to talk about. They have their food and drink. Billy Billy, we've talked about that before. It's a millet beer. Cochette is a low-alcohol version. There's brochettes, which are kebabs. Juice, which are fruit drinks with more resemblance to smoothies.
Juice. Oh, yummy. That sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. And nachif, which is minced meat in sauce. So, there we go. That is Chad in a nutshell. Seems like it's a very cool place to visit, but maybe not the safest right now. So, hopefully in the future things kind of clear up a bit, and people can, take advantage of what might be a very cool country to visit. So, with that...
That's kind of all I got.
Let's turn back
There's a
to the sauce.
4 minutes left.
Yep, there are 3 minutes. As you can see, it's counting down. And it's looking nice.
So I'll talk about the ingredients again, just in case somebody missed it.
Mm-hmm.
There is 1 eggplant in here, a gigantic eggplant.
It was a big boy.
1 big sweet potato. There are 3 hothouse tomatoes. I used hothouse tomatoes. I don't care what kind of tomato you use.
3 tomatoes.
3 tomatoes. And then there's about 12 ounces of okra, fresh okra, which is that.
Yep.
And it's fun. I've never cooked with okra before, but I love okra, so
Here we are.
it's super exciting.
Yep. And then obviously peanut butter.
And our bouillon cubes.
And the bouillon cubes. And once this is thickened up, the final step is going to be taking some of the spinach. It's one of the final steps. The final main ingredient is going to be taking 2 handfuls of the spinach, plopping that bad boy right in here, letting that cook for a little bit, and then the final step will be taking some of those seasonings over there and putting them in. Those seasonings are, and obviously we'll talk about this again when it's time, but it's going to be some salt, some pepper, some cayenne powder. And knowing Erica, she might find 1 or 2 more to throw in, but
Like some onion or something.
it's impossible to know until it happens.
A lot of it was flavor. The boy-in cubes have a lot of flavor in them, so like a lot of the sauce and the peanut, adds a lot of flavor. So I don't know how much seasoning it'll need.
Yeah, it might just be chill. You can see it's bubbling a bit.
It's pretty.
Getting all cooked
It's
up.
cute. I like it.
Yeah, this is a fun one. I always love these stews because they're so easy. It's just like you cut up some vegetables, you cook them for a while, and then like you do one or two unique things, and then you're done. And that's it. And it's just so nice because this is literally it. The recipe said it serves 8. So we're going to have a lot of leftovers. And so like for maybe what time is it? It is 8.
Yeah.
We started just after 6. It's probably going to be a little.
It takes a while, but it's like really simple stuff.
Yeah. I think from start to finish, this was about 2 hours by the time we're done. But the thing is, probably 20 to 30 minutes of that was us just sitting around waiting for this to boil. So it's not like we were actively cooking that whole time.
All right.
So it's very easy and it's going to feed us for a while. Now comes the spinach. Should you add a little more because you have small hands?
I added
Or do you think
quite
it's
a
fine?
bit, I feel like, but I'll probably add more because it'll probably just like reduce it.
Yeah, it's gonna shrink up.
Significant amounts.
So there's the spinach. Just kind of like a little smattering. Gives it some nice texture, some good flavor. The recipe called for mixed greens, but I think it can be basically any, like a lettuce, a spinach. All of the ones that we found that were like mixed greens had lettuce in them, and we just didn't think that sounded very appetizing in a stew like this.
No, I didn't want lettuce. I wanted like some mix of spinach and something else, like maybe like cabbage or something. But there was really nothing, so I was like, whatever, that's fine.
So Sam says she could go for some stew now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's good looking, isn't it?
And your mom says it's pretty and asks, does it go over rice? And yeah, I'm realizing the same thing Erica's realizing.
Oh my god.
That we got I'll
We
get
got millet. We got millet for it. And
Yes.
I totally forgot we got millet.
It commonly goes over millet, and
With
so
millet.
yeah, with millet. Sorry. So we got
We got millet.
we got
but
super grains, which is quinoa, millet, and buckwheat.
I think let's save this and eat it when we have leftovers.
Yeah,
Because I don't know.
yeah. That will be.
It's fine because this can be eaten like it doesn't have to go over anything. It can just be eaten.
Yeah, this is a
That's all
solid
good.
stew.
Yeah.
It can go with things like that, with cassava, with plantains, any sort of starch like any other stew does. But
That's fine.
yeah, we forgot.
Thanks for asking though, because I would have forgot that I bought that.
Yeah, same. Your mom said kale, Swiss chard, collards. Yeah,
anything like that.
anything green
Over
like that.
there.
And yeah, I mean,
They use different greens there that we don't really have access to here, like cassava leaves and things like that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, stews like this are also very customizable. Where like if you say, I really don't like eggplant, you can just take that out and swap it for literally any other vegetable that with like a similar texture, and you're gonna have basically the same stew.
Yeah.
And so like it lets you kind of work around things really well. And then you could also add stuff like, I bet some like tofu in here would be really yummy.
Probably.
We didn't do it because that's not like the traditional recipe, but honestly, I'd probably suggest it if you were gonna make it yourself.
I think it would be good in here.
I think it'd be delicious. Honestly, even if you eat meat,
It's so creamy.
yeah, like even if you eat meat, I'd honestly try tofu before any meats because I can't imagine.
Chicken probably would taste pretty good.
Yeah, I just think tofu would work really well because
I do too.
it absorbs liquids so well. Like you'd really get like the flavor in there.
I'm never gonna get
This
any.
is going to take so. Do you
Well,
want to trade
fine.
off? Do you want me
Well, it doesn't matter if you do it or I do it.
to? Well, just so you don't have to crank for 20 minutes. But yeah, so we are currently working through this pepper grinder,
That's not gonna do anything to this.
Yeah, it's very slow at grinding, and which is unfortunate. It's fine for things like pastas and rices where it's just a single bowl.
Yeah, if you need a big pot like this.
Yeah, it's tough for stuff like this because this is just you can see how slow the pepper comes out.
This pepper grinder is literally my least favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, we're gonna be searching for something different. Maybe we'll just say fuck it and get already ground pepper.
I don't know. Freshly ground pepper, you can't really beat that.
I know. We'll just have to find a better grinder. Your mom says that's a beautiful stew. I agree. It's very pretty.
A little bit of cayenne. I'm not trying to go crazy.
Yeah, they call for cayenne, and I get it because it's such a creamy stew. It would be really good. But like, neither of us are huge spice people. Like, I like.
Fucks both of us up.
Yeah.
Biologically.
I think I like spice more than Erica does.
Slightly. I do like spice.
Yeah,
though.
but like I like spicier things than you. However, I can handle it significantly worse than you can.
I can't handle it very well though because of my acid.
Yeah. So
Like, it just doesn't work.
so we generally tend to the less spicy side. That's a good looking stew though.
It's really good looking. I'm happy with it. It's very presentable.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. Yeah.
I mean I think this is done, right?
It's done. I mean, I'm sure the flavors aren't perfect.
Yeah, you got to taste
It's
it.
really hard because it's really hot.
Mm-hmm.
Salt's on point.
Good. What's it need?
I mean, it needs pepper.
Let's just do some grinding. Just let it go for
Get
a
it?
while.
Do some grind.
Ha. Ha.
Maybe that's what they meant when they came up with the word. I might have to give up. Like, I think I'm just gonna add a little more of this to get the spice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add just a little salt.
Sam says, I probably shouldn't cook anything that would be savory since I like it spicy sometimes. Neither of us have a problem with spicy.
I make spicy food all the time.
Yeah, we have spicy stuff. It depends on your definition of spicy. Like, I know...
She is from Haiti, so... Like,
yeah, she may mean
she's fucking
spicy.
Caribbean. I don't know.
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
do
yeah.
out there.
Because I know, like, John's definition of spicy is, like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, he says he's Jamaican, so there you go.
Yeah. So,
Just
like...
kidding, he is not Jamaican.
Yeah. Your mom... Sam says, I like sweet, spicy dishes. Yes,
Me
those are
too.
very good. This is definitely not a sweet dish, but it should be very good.
Alright, it does not need any more cayenne.
Awesome.
I can taste it, so...
Mm-hmm.
I think, like...
Is the onion powder coming out? It's not in there if you're looking for it.
I'd like for the onion powder to come out.
Your mom said he's laughing. Now he's really laughing.
Wait, why? Because I said he was Jamaican?
Probably first talking about the spicy, then talking about the Jamaican.
Hey, how's Abby?
Good question. Sam says John gets it. So Erica's opening up a fresh onion powder. Just toss a little bit of that in there. Apparently I was correct about the various amounts of laughter causing activities. Abby is drugged the fuck up and sleeping.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. I love the smell of onion powder.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna stop there because the stream will literally just be like half an hour of me like
Doing
wait
spices,
a minute.
yeah.
I will
Yeah, she will just continue adding spices forever.
It's a seed in there.
So at some point you gotta call it.
I will taste it once more.
Sam says Caribbean spice is no joke.
It's not.
You should make Haitian pickles. Pickles. The one my mom makes is. I mean, it's probably similar. The one my mom makes is spicy. God, I bet. And is pickles?
No, that
Is it
tastes really good.
good? Is that pickles or
Let me see. Pickles.
yeah?
Why were you saying pickles? That's literally
'Cause
pickles.
I'm dumb. But yeah, regardless, let's
It's finished.
yeah. So hey everyone, this is a gorgeous looking soup.
It is pretty.
And I haven't tried it yet personally, but Erica says it's good. So,
It is good.
in just a few minutes, we will plate it after the stream ends, and then once we're done eating dinner, Erica will post up a nice picture of how it looked plated with more thoughts on how it tasted. I know this was kind of a weird one since we started partway through, but yeah, with that, I think that's everything. So.
Look at how pretty that is.
Hell yeah. So with that,
up.
as Erica plates things, we will see you next time. Bye bye.
Oh my god.